Good morning, students. Today our topic is Python dictionary, and in this lecture we are going to discuss about how to create Python dictionary, what is a Python dictionary, and how it is different from list and other data types. So first of all, Python dictionary. What is Python dictionary? Python dictionary is an unordered collection of items. First of all, it is an unordered collection of items, and second important thing, each item of a dictionary has a key value pair. So it is not like that a list. So it has a key value pair, and it is an unordered collection of items. There is no particular order as we found in list. So in list, dictionary is different, totally different in terms of key value combinations when we compare it with a list. There is no key value combination in a list. A list basically is an ordered collection of items in which we access different element of a list using indexing, but there is no concept of indexing in Python dictionary. If we want to access an element of a dictionary, then for that purpose we use key value pair. So this is the difference between a list and a dictionary. When we compare dictionary and the list, first of all there are some similarities between the list and this dictionary. First one is both are mutable. So we can change the data items of a list as well as in dictionary. That is a very common thing between a dictionary and a list, and it is not found in tuple, as we know that. And second important thing, both are dynamic. They can grow and shrink as needed. If we want to change the size or we want to increase the size of the list and dictionary, then it is also possible. We can change the size of a list as well as if you want to find out if you want to reduce the size of a list or a dictionary, it is also possible. So we can grow and shrink as needed according to the question requirement, or we can say that. So finally we can say that both are dynamic and both are mutable. So changes are also possible, and we can also increase and decrease the size of a list according to the need of the question or requirement. Third important thing is both can be nested. A list can contain another list, and a dictionary can contain another dictionary. A dictionary can also a list, and vice versa. A dictionary can also contain a list and vice versa. It means a dictionary can contain a list, and a list also contain a dictionary. So both nested list and nested dictionary are also possible. That is another important thing. So as far as similarities is concerned, there are three important similarities between the list and the dictionary. First of all, both are mutable. It means we are able to change the element as per the requirement of the question. Second important thing, they both are dynamic. It simply means that we can increase or decrease the size of the list. And third important thing, both can be nested. So these are the three important difference between three important similarities when we compare a list with a dictionary. Always remember that tuple and string are immutable data types, but list and dictionary are mutable data type. Now when we talk about differences, then dictionary differ from list primarily in how elements are accessed. So first difference is list elements are accessed by their position in the list while indexing, while dictionary elements are accessed by keys. So that is the major difference between a list and a dictionary. That is a major and big difference between a list and a dictionary, and that is the key feature of a dictionary also, that in a dictionary we can access element using keys. So every element has a certain key, and using that key we can also access a element. So it is not like that indexing, in which element we access element by using indexing. So there is no concept of indexing, because list dictionary is an unordered collection of elements, and when we say that it is an unordered collection of element, it means that every element can be accessed by only key. key values. If we know about the key, then we can easily access the element of a dictionary. Without key, it is not possible to access an element of a dictionary. So that is a big difference between a list and a dictionary when we talk about access of element. So we access an element in a list by indexing, but we dictionary element are accessed via keys. So that is the difference between a list and a dictionary. Now, second question, how to create a Python dictionary? So for that purpose, there is a sign result for that, and it is curly braces. So we use curly braces sign to denote a dictionary, and within curly braces sign, we write different element of a dictionary, and these in the combination of key and value. So an atom and a key and a corresponding value that is expressed as a pair, that is key values. So and they are both are separated by a colon sign. So we always give key value combination within a dictionary, and different key values combinations are separated by commas. So key values combination are basically any type of value we can take, but always remember that keys are unique and they cannot be repeated at all within a dictionary. So while the values can be of any data type and can repeat, keys must be of immutable types. They must be a number or a tuple, or it may be a string with immutable elements, and must be unique also. So that is very important. Values can be repeated and can be of any data type, but keys must be number or a tuple or a string. It means immutable data type, or they must be unique. If they are not unique, then you are not able to access keys. So that is the syntax of the dictionary, to which represent how to create a dictionary. First of all, D is the name of the dictionary. After that, there is a assignment sign, and then curly braces, and within the curly braces you can easily see that key value combination is there, separated by a colon sign, and each key value combination is again separated by a comma sign. So that is the syntax of our dictionary. And always remember that we can take any type of value, but as far as key is concerned, we take only immutable data type. It means number, string, or tuple. And that is a small program here to how to create a dictionary. First of all, if you want to create an empty dictionary, then we just write curly braces, and we don't mention any element within that curly braces, so it will create an empty dictionary. Second, dictionary with integer keys. So as we know that integers are mutable data types, so you can easily see that first key is 1, and regarding to that key value is apple, that is a string, and second key is 2, and regarding to that key value is ball, which is also a string, and both key value combinations are separated by a comma sign. And within key values combination we can easily see that first of all key is written, and after that colon sign is there, and then after we write value regarding to that key. So actually it create a string with integers keys. It create a dictionary with integer keys. Third is dictionary with mixed values. D3 is there, as you can see on the screen, and name is the name of the key. You can easily see it. It is written in single quote, after that colon sign, and then John. John is a value related to that, and then after second key is 1, which is a number and mutable data type, so it is also accepted. And after that colon sign, and now the value is a list, so value is a list contain element 243. Next in next line you can easily see that we can next line there is a creation of a dictionary using dict function, or we can say that constructor, in which we can easily see that within the parenthesis sign there is a creation of a dictionary with keys value 1 and 2 and with values apple and ball. Next line D5 sequence is used to represent each pair. So D5 contain a dictionary again, but in this case we can easily see that there is a tuple which show the dictionary element. So first key value combination is 1 apple and second is 2 comma ball. And these are represent within a list itself. You can easily see that. So there is a creation of a dictionary. Now different print statements are there. Dictionary 1 D1, dictionary 2 D2, dictionary 3 D3, dictionary 4 D4, dictionary 5 D5. These are the different print statements. So the most important thing you can see from above that we can also create a dictionary using the built-in dictionary function. So dictionary function is also used to create a dictionary. And as you know that built-in function is also used to create a tuple and list also. Now let us execute this program. Let's go to Python 3.3 ideally. Tuple is a built-in function used to create a tuple, and list is a built-in function used to create a list. So for dictionary it is dict. Just write the program and then run the program. Before executing the program, just save the program. And now you can easily see on the screen that is the output. Now I think you are able to understand what is the output of this program. Different types of dictionaries are there. Actually we created different dictionaries using different methods, and you can easily see that first one is an empty string and last two are the dictionaries which are created using dict function. So these are the different methods by which we can easily create a dictionary. Now accessing element from dictionary. We can access different element from a dictionary. Accessing an element from a list or a tuple is very easy because there is a concept of indexing, but in case of dictionary it is not so. There are keys regarding to dictionaries, and using keys we can easily access different element, and keys can be used either inside a square bracket or with the get method. So there are two different um, methods to use our keys. Third point is, if we use a square bracket, key error is raised in case of a key is not found in the dictionary. On the other hand, the get method returns none if the key is not found. So three important things there. First of all, we use keys to find out an element, and keys can be represented within a square bracket or a get method. But the difference between the square bracket and the get method is that when key is not found, then a square bracket returns an error while get method returns none. So that is the difference between a square method and a square bracket and none. A square bracket and get method, sorry. So you can access element of a dictionary by using a square bracket and get method. So this is a small program which shows the functionality of a square bracket and get method. So first of all, there is a creation of dictionary, and you can easily see that my underscore dict is the name of the dictionary, which contain two keys, name and age, and values are Jack and 26 regarding to the keys name and age. After that, if we want to find out the value against the keys name, then we just write my underscore dix, which is the name of the dictionary, and within the square bracket just write keys name, which is a name. In second case, if you want to find out the value regarding using get methods, so we just use my underscore dictionary, which is the name of the dictionary, dot get, and within parenthesis sign give the name of the key, which is age in this case. So output is 26 in that case. And third, if we find out address which is not a part of a dictionary using get method, so it will returns you a none. Remember that no error is there, irrespective of the fact that address is not part of a list, not part of the dictionary. Address is not part of the dictionary. Address is not a key in a dictionary. My underscore dict. But if we want to find out the address, we just give the address within a square bracket, then key error is there. So that is the difference between a get method and a square bracket. So within a square bracket, if we just write a key value that is not exist in the dictionary, then it will raise an error. While using get method, it will show you output none. So that is the difference between accessing an element using square bracket and get method. That is the basic difference, and all other things are same. Now you can easily see on the screen that is the output. First Jack is name, and name is the key value. 26 is age is a key value. So if you want to find out the element using keys, and there are two methods, by square first of using square bracket, and second one is using get method. So you can easily access element The difference is only the terms when key value doesn't exist. So get returns none while square bracket returns error. Second point is changing and adding dictionary element. So dictionaries are mutable, as we know that, and we can add new items or change the value of the existing item using an assignment operator. So using an assignment operator, we can easily can add or change elements. And second important thing is if the key is already present, then the existing value get updated. In case key is not present, a new key value pair is added to the dictionary. These are the two important points. First of all, we use assignment operator to change or to add a new element, and there is a possibility that key is already present, then existing value get updated, and if it is not present, key is not present, then key value pair is added to the dictionary. Now changing and adding dictionary elements, you can easily see here my underscore dict is the name of the dictionary which contain two keys, name and age, and value regarding to that two keys are jack and 26. And if we want to update a value, we just write my underscore dict, and within square bracket there is a name of key age, then we assign a value 27. We all know that age is already exist in that dictionary, and value of age is 26, but when we reassign its value, then now actually it updates the actual value, means now age is 27. If you want to print my underscore dictionary, you can easily see on the screen. So age key is already exist in dictionary, and we assign a value 27, then it actually updates the value of age in dictionary my underscore dict. And if we want to add a new key address, then it is also possible. So for that purpose, just write name of the dictionary, which is my underscore dict, and then key value is address. So just write key value address within a square bracket and give the value by using assignment operator, and value is downtown. So new key value combination is added to the original dictionary in that case. So in this manner we can easily add a item in a dictionary. When we just want to print that statement using print my underscore dictionary, you can easily see that now address is added to the original dictionary. Address is downtown, age 27, and name Jack. And if we execute this program, that is the output of this program. You can easily see on screen. Now removing element from dictionary. Remove element from dictionary is also possible, and there are different methods to remove an element from a dictionary or entire dictionary. So first one is pop method, and you know that pop method is also used in list. So we can remove a particular item in a dictionary by using the pop method, and this method removes an item with the provided key and returns the value. Second method is pop item method, but pop item method is a little bit different when we compare it with pop method. The pop item method can be used to remove and return an arbitrary, means key value item, arbitrary key value item pair from the dictionary. So that is the difference between the pop item and a pop. It remove an arbitrary, remove a value and returns an arbitrary key value item pair from the dictionary. And if you want to remove all the item at once, then for that purpose we use clear method. And there is another way which is used to delete an element, that is a del keyword. So using del keyword we can also delete element of a dictionary. We can delete individual element as well as entire dictionary using del keyword. So now we have four different methods, four different ways: using pop method, using pop item method, using clear method, and using del keyword. But always remember that clear method removed all item at once. So it is not like that pop method or pop item method. While del keyword is used to remove individual item as well as entire dictionary itself. So here you can see small program is here. First of all, we have to create a dictionary. So name of the dictionary is square, which contain different element. 5 key values are there, 1 2 3 4 5, and value regarding to that are the square of the keys. These are 1 4 9 16 and 25. So if we want to remove particular items, for example, if we want to delete an item which contain a key value 4, then we just write name of the dictionary, that is square in this case, and then after put dot operator and then pop, and within parenthesis we pass a parameter value 4. So actually 16 will be deleted in that case. It means value regarding to that key, and the key value is 4, key is 4 and value is 16, so 16 will be deleted in that case. You can easily see, and on that screen if we just print square, means print dictionary at that point of time, we just get 1 1 2 4 3 9 5 25. Remember that, note down that 416 is not there because it is already deleted in that case. Next is using pop item method. So as we know that pop item method is just like that pop method, but it delete an arbitrary value, arbitrary key value pair. So it may be 5 and 25, or it may be another value. So if you just write that statement, 5 25 may be deleted, or it may be 1 colon 1. So different possibilities are there. And you can easily see here, if we just print the dictionary after that statement, then you can easily see that 1 colon 1 2 colon 4 3 colon 9 is the answer, and it is because 525 key value pair is deleted. So it may be any arbitrary value, always remember that. And if you want to remove all items, then just use clear method for that purpose, and just write name of the dictionary, that is square in this case, put dot operator, and then after just use clear method. So all elements will be deleted in that case. You can easily see that output is a curly braces. It means it doesn't contain any element. When we just print the statement, print square, so square is the name of the dictionary. So dictionary contain no element. When we use clear method to delete all elements of a dictionary. Next, if you want to delete entire dictionary, then use del method for that purpose. And after that, if you want to just print a square method, then error will be raised. So that is the output of the program. Using del keyword, you are able to delete a single element as well as entire dictionary. So error is there when you want to just print the square dictionary, because dictionary is no more. del keyword delete the entire dictionary, so that is an error if you want to print the dictionary. Thanks for watching this video.